come on. Now we can say Manchester no call
saying Ekoye de na ye peno yinya ye.
Sir,
Madrid ni de bompa ni say European Golden Boots no. Kylian Mbappe beji. Na Kylian Mbappe has set a record more. You see, Obama de Abako se mo first player ya tono na the first season.
Henry Maguire
goes
raised the atmosphere created by Manchester United fans in this season's UEFA Europa League, insisting they deserve to celebrate a trophy. Tottenham Hotspurs.
On Wednesday.
The Oma GD no afi na drew ho. Some project is not the EPL, but the project is to win the UEFA
League.
Now the Champions League. And Tom the anoma baako, abo baako beku anoma mienu. Omo akọ Champions League. And omo say trophy. And this Arsenal dey no omo nya hwe any Madrid trophyless no. Okay. So
the issue is boss. And now they say Manchester United. Boss. Manchester United. Boss. Manchester United. Omuntimi say English clubs. Min Madrid
Arsenal reportedly plotting a move for AC Milan. Okay. AC Milan superstar Rafael Leo in the event that they part ways with Gabriel Martinelli this summer. Former scout Mick Brown has revealed sorry. Journalist student. Now, Akwan was a former scout.
Mick Brown.
I say one scout.
Whether you been a canasemo.
Pep Guardiola has made it clear City have to recover quick from Saturday's FA final defeat against Crystal Palace, with the manager stating Champions League qualification is massive. Yes.
They can also miss the Champions League.
They can miss.
They can miss it. It's difficult. Play all 2 games now, but I'm only Bournemouth game in the bed. They pay 2 games now against Southampton, against Crystal Palace. Say ya no be there against.
Some you need 79.
You need
69.
69.
69 to play
difficult.
In the Champions League this year in England. And almost 65. No more 2 matches.
Yes.
So they need a win and a draw.
Obinsu was 66.
Baby was 66.
Yes.
Aston Villa 66. Chelsea 66. Nottingham Forest
62. Yes.
We was 67. Newcastle. Newcastle should have 67. So
Newcastle was 66.
And Newcastle was 66.
Newcastle 3rd position 66. Chelsea 4th position 66 plus 20. Aston Villa 66 plus 9.
66. So there was 66 answer. 66
name answer. And 65 Amy.
Two slots go.
She said
Arsenal 3.
I come answer.
So 66, 66, 66, 65, 65. So from 3rd to 7th.
Obiatimibo.
And I pay the remaining 3 slots.
Yeah.
So what I say.
Yeah.
But Chelsea and Chelsea need not time for the Bakunko.
Yeah, Bakunko.
Clearly, one will not go.
Finals.
And Newcastle.
Newcastle. But I think they will go.
Let's look at the fixture. Newcastle, Aston Villa versus Manchester United.
Yeah.
Aston Villa Beko because.
About me, I think Chelsea
whatever
will win against
whatever
first.
The mood will be. It's either say Oma the Champions League and now say Oma lose Europa and now they've lost, which means that they need you are a whole and they will not concentrate so much on that game.
Manchester United cannot beat Tottenham Wednesday. So I class to be Premier League clubs. Premier League clubs to
show my discussion. Okay. Mr. The American no na woka.
Okay.
The must be na woka dia bia na wasemonko. Se me bi na ka dia me catch Champions League ni say Aston Villa may have an edge because either say United are Champions League in Europa no and also Malusua. Both ways they may not concentrate.
Yeah.
As it should. And I can need you with the own to.
Yeah.
Face destiny. One more than Leicester.
Yeah.
Last game, no.
Last game.
Fulham City. And the City were Fulham.
Or Bournemouth. No,
Bournemouth and Fulham.
It's not easy to qualify. But City qualify for Champions
Crystal
League.
Palace, Man U, Aston Villa, Newcastle, Everton, Forest, Chelsea, Southampton, Arsenal, Tottenham, Brighton, Wolves, Brentford. Yeah, but that's another time. But PSG coach Luis Enrique said the best way to prepare for the 2 remaining finals. Okay, Villarreal beat Barca to secure Champions League place. Now, because Barca, so much league now.
Managerial.
Hansi Flick says he has a clear idea of the players he wants to sign this summer, and links with Aston Villa's ace Marcus Rashford. What's it doing?
Say Marcus Rashford.
I made links.
Oh, yatiti.
Now,
he's linked to Barcelona. Yeah.
Rashford go ahead there. Oh. Obeka ko ball and I say.
Obeka ko
video.
Obeka ball.
No, wasa munya.
Say no mkubusa no say. Our clear ideas about players.
Munya. Antonio Conte admits he's exhausted going to the final game as Napoli have the Scudetto in their grasp. Okay, so final win for Napoli means they have won the league.
Yeah, true. Against Cagliari over the weekend.
Milan players na Cassandra.
Omni coaches now boycott to be post match be manko. Almost feel say they were cheated. Yeah.
Kotoko say 4-1. Kotoko 4-1. It's not born FF.
They played very well. They played very well.
Right.
Or they Samba will never be as DM. And what a player he is. The ball distribution, the long passing was excellent. Was excellent. And now Unim Heriansua, Obeka say, I feel no Akakofanaba. And so Joseph Ablo at the back, Kwame Pokunya and the breeze, Abeta Moya shed that wonderful goal. It was a good game from Kotoko. You see the pattern.
Kyle Rito has expressed immense satisfaction with this side's performance. IMC chairman Anna Pinkra very, very excited, praising the boys for the performance. And they'll say, I want to thank you all for the performance. It was a good display. But the job is not done yet. This win is just a stepping stone to the tough matches ahead. Okay, Kumasi Mayor Richard of Ajimine. Also Abokotoko Abaso. Kumasi Mayor. Hearts of Folk. Big Brekum Chelsea by 1-0. Ouattara acknowledged the tough task ahead. Okay, Karela climbed out of the drop zone. Basake missed a golden opportunity as they drew with Heart of Lions. Yeah. Okay, and Vision to 2-0. Young Apostle. So, and Adriana say,
Adriana Lucia.
Oh, Ivan.
So, Accra Lions.
Accra Lions. Na san Accra. I'm very almost sunye. And then I'm that one. I'm just saying, I'm just going to
League na who?
As I saw my film, man.
I'm film.
They are no. I mean, they are still at the drop zone.
Bibi abit mercy.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, my league, said they are still host here. Na yeah, or more. They say one Legon City is born there with nations.
Yes.
I win for nations is a big deal. No one.
Enra opinibia oesia no hu ade ayu o say nyesia ja no
9:52 Asiehoni we Nsuatema okay Legon here 25 they are gone. Accra Lions 35, Young Apostles 37, Basaka 37, Karela 38, Vision 39. Hey, I can't say matches saying.
Saka 2 3 matches here.
Oh, okay.
3 matches.
A lot to happen, no. All right. Lawyer. 9:52.
All right, Tinti, I'm gonna play Yamo special good morning BM na Yamo Akwaba. Oyerepa 100.7 FM. Oyerepa TV. Marasa so sa yekunko phone crosso na enano play and someone. Edi adencheche nsemwa anopay ebum fompa onko phone cross no ya de honsem ato anim nsem no doso enne anopay nemom de disefata se wohwe na ote ena ya de emma wo kitikiti mam polibi ena oma akansuo yanom akanbuno pa anopay ya to ebo ase na ya trena emra ya confirm emunumunu nyina I'm live on Facebook. Oyerepa live, Oyerepa Radio on Facebook. Kwaba. Esansa nsuo wa ha, suo na nume nyankwane wa ha. Na kanje fonom Kwaba sisia. Na boss no ma dim komo. Mesha selfie Portugal. Na onim sa Sporting Lisbon. And abusiam wamaje di Portuguese League. Na abusiam yanko Oyerepa TV no so na anopaye enjoy kwanya amofa so celebrity amo trophy no wonim sa Joker sabo so kana semi okasaye na woko ningina ngebetie ene anopaye na Victor Jokers after say game no eba na wiye central phone ni dim come and on say a better France nancy 59 goals in 53 appearances in all competition this season na akodano goals na Arsenal and ordinary onim say Manchester United tita ho so amope Arsenal tita ho and 240,000 pounds per week. Arsenal for a crowd says Sikan Cometia, not for Victor Jokeres. Abesia Kain at the Amon was it football. Still me waha minim the besichna and obianwa obetimi ache the besichna. Are you happy? I was Sporting Lisbon. It was a game that went very well for us. I'm very happy to score and win. And now I have Victor Jokeres Ninsema on the 2 game after say Obwa now for Sporting Lisbon. Abusiam Omoje the Portuguese League. You be Portuguese League now for Yako Eredivisie no wunim say no bia nim say oh adena ayas ayana fidie eye ayas ena eje na nsuso mo ye matran makwa eye prompolam semwa ama PSV Eindhoven, that is Philips Sports Vendroven Eindhoven Enra homutime aje na Enra na ani jana nyansam ketwa na Philips Sports Vendroven Eindhoven aje de Eredivisie yam fanto ne Malik Tillman ate atudwa sa supporters ne kan bi o se afia sase no obi anim sa PSV Eindhoven ebetime abono ma dawramo akwakoje trophy dom esanse na ayas our form ni Omatime Awamua, Wama just Sergino Dest about 90 minutes, and a Sergino Dest at the Atugasa Wamua, Wamaboya, Emma Trophy, no Philips Sports Vendroven Eindhoven, Omatime Ete, the fans na work host, Ebesia Kai, Emma Manchester United Kaka, na only happy Mutumuka, Nankaraniswa Dino, and it's a Ababua, Nafi, Only Ayas, Etime Ade Trophy and Ra, and Time Amem Jordan Henderson sir ombeka sorry at the acha ayas France sir amantime anye the Eredivisie and yansime free etodwa enano play ma mfio na fe yanko France enano play ye din come e France onim say French League ano e Paris Saint-Germain and eje entie kokotwe ekwanya so a celebrity the trophy that's a Luis Enrique and an Manchester woman a celebrity trophy no over the weekend na and oko randa kolo mwani na suya only a player at the Paris Saint-Germain or Bolon Juventus metisa and yadiasa bueno Juventus form abani deal permanent sound so and a Paris Saint-Germain say moving on from Brian and yadiasa ababam abaya juma at the team no Paris Saint-Germain abusiam Demetini Luis Enrique at the atujasa Ukraine are you happy sir what me aje the French League and celebrations when you go so ocean our TV no sunyina how much you too much enough concentration on UEFA Champions League no so Leroy Sané na semi ko Germany and all play na ya team come on our Germany and play Leroy Sané or say Ukrainian and Egypt our Bayern Munich team no be catch us or not Leroy Sané na ninja no Ukrainian or say de ohia waka at the acha Max Ebelmo enti amuye de disafata or by the contract at the ama team the feeling is incredible and we are Hurricane after sir we can do among some any trophy parade at the amani and your dead in some way and a Hurricane at the Atuga.
Yeah, it was incredible to be honest. It was obviously a long time coming. I know I've had to be patient and then I've had some near misses, but yeah, that feeling once it was official was everything I'd hoped. A lot of hard work, a lot of dedication kind of bottled into that moment, and I was there with Eric and a few of the other players at the time, and It was like there was just a release. It was like a switch went off, and it was just, I think a bit of everything, a bit of the weight off the shoulders. It was a celebration after a hard season as well. A lot goes into winning a title, and we just kind of had a moment together and let loose, and it's been a great feeling since. And I know, I've wanted to enjoy as much as I can and still perform on the pitch, and now we have a little break to recover. Then.
Eti ye just na fe anopai ye de Germany sensem na sieba Spain na ye din komom e was Spain and anopai on se Luka Modric reporter mensa eka HMsa on if you no US president Emma Madrid ebeshia na fe amadin komodi amete HMsa manager Chabi Alonso aka ete achema de mpanim forensa on ye Tijani Rendes no ma amunjai Emma Benin kwa juma Emma City amunya dombe Pia na Tijani Rentas Amram Emesia Kai Emma Madrid Don Carlo Ancelotti I see are you happy sir weekend Otimi Edi and Kunim the last game as Madrid coach Abaya against Real Sociedad I say I'm winning side game them na fe on your proper fairway at the Emma ne France no Sevilla abusuam woman to answer Madrid ebomo eka me Don Carlo Ancelotti and in some bebre and a tutor after the game the Don Carlo Ancelotti.
We didn't want to take any risks, but I think we could have played better. When the opponent went down to 10 men, we felt like we didn't have to push ourselves too hard. I think we all know how much affection Real Madrid fans have for Luka Modric because of everything he's done throughout his career. I believe everyone involved will take the time to make the best decision for the club, for himself, and for his future.
What does an academy player have to do to stay in the first team for 10 years?
What do they have to do? Well, I think there are some very good examples of this. Examples like Nacho.
Mamenko Hans Flick Aswaya Oye FC Barcelona manager. Na Hans Flick say our clear idea of players a person amodomoba samayi and man central for business ya tete Marcus Rashford and Sensembi na nukre wo mu na and o say o munya bochem ya players ya person ya domo eba FC Barcelona Jonathan Tang komonom na men confirm e man say ama jam komono at the ama Hans Flick say onenom enin komo or ya the former player to believe say obetimi aba ama ya juma at the amatini Simeone Inzaghi oko na suya or to jam na member so oko Diego Pablo Simeone Gonzalez na suya ono na etrene ema Atletico de Madrid or say the best player fee obetima akasa Julian Alvarez na momnom expecting more efini ho nyankopon bo 2025-2026 season yamra England na fa no pay yenim komom ewo England meba England no na me ka dia chew say ya tone pony na fafi high sense asuye high sense diano and aye papa of fridges high sense o gas stove no high sense afre abusuam o microwave no high sense amo and aboa na fe watimi anya ujade woni mani nyina papa from way 0302 5500 5500 no afre now oko nani na suya or your former player Emma Manchester United na one name in the ultimate best 11 one more anomasia kan one fa Ronaldo and Cahill Edwin van der Sar goalkeeper João Cancelo Bruno Avils Afe Rio Ferdinand Patrick Evra Oko Proscos Deco Bruno Fernandes Carlos Tevez Ranges and Wayne Rooney when we players will name me in his ultimate teammate 11 Hurricane Emma di atuja se English Premier League waboda among for Chemisa or Obesamba English Premier League pempe or see there be or call Bayern Munich and Jay Tignano Cre say or say eba English Premier League number Juma Harry Maguire at the atuja Sasedie Manchester United first now supported club no from day one enko yenana fui or say amoje the UEFA Europa League amatinum Gabriel Martinelli made report be say likely say Arsenal ebetimi atono mu tonwa ombefa AC Milan superstar Rafael Leao no fe Rafael Leao abaya juma ama Arsenal at 12 goals 11 assists in 50 appearances in all competition for AC Milan afi me wo Arsenal no Victor Gyökeres say enkomonom omashemo kenda omoye dombe biasa Victor Gyökeres baba na fe ability Arsenal attack no I can't promise trophies but I'll go mad chasing them and no I manager Emma Arsenal Mikel Arteta mintimi kancha say me go trophy no masa I will chase for the trophies in 2025-2026.
I don't know. I will try. When I can promise, I will do my very best. I will live my life here. I will give everything. I will get every drop of everybody there. I squeeze it to get the best. But promise, I cannot promise. I cannot. Any manager is going to promise tomorrow. Next season, I'm going to be in the Premier League or the Champions League. If I have to do that, I don't do it because I cannot promise anybody that. My best and the best of these players that are going to try and go mad chasing that, I guarantee you that that's going to happen.
Arsenal club case you and see I want some I don't know na Tijani Rendes only a player Emma AC Milan Demete F City or and say City ya dobe bia sa ninsa abeka boy no na oko AC Milan say 80 million euros for the player masa only 80 million euros a man ho and yet later sir and no I can say City sir on beja Jack Grealish Bernardo Silva and after John Stones munina on beja mo kwanya sir e be den ama Pep Guardiola say boss player obetimi ato players samayi onim sam January no or spending 200 million pounds. 200 million pounds and a Pep spend here in January. Okofa Omar Mamouche or the Abdulkader Husanov or the Victor Reis and Nico Gonzalez Ebai. Emma or spending 200 million euros. And to make not spending Bima, this all ton one Pepe won't even talk and your letters are. And no I can say and I pay Guy Novo. Every team sir, omubeti makumaku enumo mbeko Champions League next season no ababonten na yanhwe 1-7 Liverpool NLD with 83 points. Arsenal Newcastle United toso miensa 66, Chelsea toso 66, Aston Villa Arsenal dey sama qualify for Champions League.
Liverpool
Mr. Liverpool 83 Omagye League no Arsenal 71
Arsenal we have seen who points on one so who can't say naturally. Ebia we see near
the entire Americans. I'm talking about teams sir. Be qualify for Champions League.
Liverpool 83.
Arsenal qualified that. Oh. Okay, Arsenal 71, Newcastle United 66, Chelsea 66, Aston Villa 66, Man City 65, 2 games remaining, Nottingham Forest 65. Now Gainovo sir the top 5 ni Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle United, Man City, Aston Villa, Chelsea film. Chelsea be qualify. Pep Guardiola, I'm making it clear. Sarah, FA Cup, and I'll say the Tuachi. You lose against Crystal Palace. Yeah, number I'll say the Tuachi. And then Sama, or the Atugani Chelsea for the Champions League qualification. The club will take a decision after Sandra or lose to Crystal Palace and SMP. And the Atugani Pep after Sir, or lose the FA Cup to Oliver Glasner. Na Ebereche Ezeno, Master Teams Nation Union Ball.
Oh, now we have to recover quick, yeah. It's a big disappointment today, you know, because, of course, we're here for the win. Listen, when we lose, when you play not good, you are sad, but at the end, we don't deserve it. But when you play the way, I'm sorry, with the fun and the play we play, and the players gave absolutely everything, and we create like we create, not necessarily because they didn't see the stats or whatever, but this game is about to score goals. So if we didn't score, we will have defend. You know, we don't have defense, so we didn't score. Congratulations, Crystal Palace. And now, of course, we don't have much time to recover and prepare an important game from wins against.
Adjan say, Operino, Adjan Nkoyo. Say, Oliver Glasner, pa Crystal Palace. Not you know you say. Kevin De Bruyne not ruling out possible move to any Premier League club. Now, boss, you have to report to me say Liverpool foreign titano ho. Didn't come out check Kevin De Bruyne say masa ebe here with team no bra who experience yet it is as I say ruling it out you take Kevin
Yeah, but it doesn't affect what we've done in 10 years. You know, I think comparing to a lot of players, I've won way more than other players. So I will be forever happy and grateful. I want to play good football. You know, whatever the decision will be. I know you're trying to guess where I'm going to go, but I will make my decision. You guys know when I know.
If you don't love this league, would you like to stay here ideally?
I don't know. It depends who comes and depends, you know. I don't, like I said to my Belgian colleagues.
Me sure say what it be. Or say it depends who will come. Busan say also stay in the league way. Also so boss Inter Milan front so weekend on boycott omo post match and also omo so feel say referee etiti omo penalty ejima Lazio no na penalty Papa Antonio Conte say we exhausted wa brepa sa we is certainly most difficult season awonya ewo ne career mo nti boss nyina so na yemfa manfa so nsem no ensiano pay na kanjino kanjen they say oko school no say kanjino kanjen oba Oyerepa ha especially the sports room ho kanjino no obi anom on say kala na ya yi ni nyina na ye kanjino a eti openi ya makwa ba se bia fine na so nurse ni na o cheche kanjino mu a na no Saturday bi ba cheche kanjino mu a de no farm no waba nti yenya de aka no ema ne boss na fi ni nyina entwa so
the boss we say
Emma
Ochechi man foul.
Oh, me can say to say Ochechi ma me ti ati said no can be say kanje no o ba ne bia o menses ba why I see Ochechi nsem ma me ti ase yi
kanje ne oba menses ze kan fa
oh na say
because the Ochechi ma
say asem no yara meta ma o ma se me ka se ma fu bo ho mo kabu no panchire mu yi baba we chire mu yi ma me ti ase o se onya no nkwa no kan yo
okay
ti se kanji say pimples woni na say o no high pH na e bo ni na
ona church adi ma ne fa baba yi okay ne fro say
e ba che fe me Erama Benes Erama Apple
okay so on here there
pachenya me ad
well out now say start no catch so
yes you
start no catch so
ba ha mfie dodo baba se mu nchechi ade ma ne mfa no da o
na say
o baby
on say yes san team omo ye nurses for nti omo ba omo true mo
like se mama kan nyina obi ade amfa no baba na fu ba kro ko wa even say
Sandra
Sandra ntimi amana amfa no adwoa ntimi amana amfa no and the Benis na amana fa no
legend
na the fa no so no ma sem fa kanje ho tini ayeti
yo ya da se anope ye pese yichia etiefo ne ahwefo eba Oyerepa TV Oyerepa Radio Oyerepa Facebook na de bia ye kan se kanje ne nsuo no ye hwe the health benefits and then ye pese ye hwe kanje ne nsunso so your reproductive organs, that is reproductive health. Na ye kan se reproductive health na ye kan about the sexual reproductive organs. Na anope ni ye say brain ye pese ye delve na ye zoom into our discussions. Most of times obi ton kanje na ya obi say adenti especially distributors no boss player ya na ye ma omo education e tro omo say kanje ni nsuo ni ye mfensi ewi aso obi ebisa sa adenti na mu nsuo no ye ntontom traffic mu ne niam ebisa omo say fine, we are doing a consideration say e bia enwumre because of temperature. Why are we doing that? Because bottles no say bottle ye friend pet bottle ye friend pet bottle na chemicals are omode eye bottles no.
This is here we as omo kunya
sa issue kese na nchechre ye ba na me pese nipa no nya education wotom nso enye say ye begu market na mum no we are helping you say wonso benya baby a nyum na odi nso na egu ho kra be boa wona ye nom no, because imagine say nso free akra akwakopie kumase akwakopie tamale na afi wie ya hye so sa. What happens is that there are even a group of people that believe say be a microwave kra na omu use that. Why? Because who hit aduane no normally ye hit aduane with the microwave crana ye hiti our rubber plastic container we use ceramic because bottle na pet bottles are now plastic no and na leach into the food. Now pet bottle and also a bit of metals a woman. Obi or say media main for microwave and war media and one effect, but also kakasa and their light crying say somehow here. So in as much as possible, so bet me reduce that effect say be micro humidity and make me hit or rubber plastic rubber container media mami use ceramic very very important. Another aspect no say legend ubisa sun effect one say the heat from the sun and also what effect when it hits the pet bottles what they plastic during high temperature obon say emu air stretchy na afei the chemicals in it are leaching enti some of the metal bako edin pa I think antimony no metal the pet bottle no some metal release it into insuo na wonoma ebetumi ahadwe na that is the reason why research say most of the galamsey sites no amount for they give birth to deformed children and not deformed babies because their reproductive organs have been compromised. There have been challenges. Even the formation of sperms, the formation of eggs. Very, very vital. If you are not drinking the right quality water, most importantly, it's a canned energy drinking water. And only a test. They be a legend. Mami sama another scientific background. We me apostle bakuna oppose I think recently or say nature abodie nyansa pemukra according to scientific evidences even spiritually cry no bibia kika life something that moves towards life no blue and bibia kika call death no red. One say blue when you look at the sea gas gas also gas na na blue. Which means it is healthy, it is good. We are moving away from firewood, from charcoal, because also charcoal, how do you see, is red fire. And my oxygen and therefore it becomes challenging. And the academy says if something is brown, it's red, it is acidic. You buy a demonstrate it is not pay. Therefore, I always want to test for people to see. And yes, because there are so many waters in the system. Make us say anope obi yensu last. Mene abranti me say abranti man be free Canada eba ha ema yeba and legend obeka adansi anaso obedi adansi enso no ayama no endra me wo Mr David Jesse ofrem me osene brother bi atom machine bi aba opese ye be install ma no eno me trend say anope ye beba ba yama no people are getting the awareness all manifest and call the ono ani so beba now say canjin machine either you buy from us or you buy from the who come and install onto you last and chema ko fixing machine ba kokra ma ye papa ba ko fi kesi mu. Let's come back to the studio 500 ml na wall screen so no in the studio here legend you see different waters but though they were all colorless but you test here no ebi I said lemon green ebi so I yellowish we crowd the remember the yellowish brown when so the ocean and also ye lemon green sir but only one water stands out blue and that is Kangen Energic water and that is what I'm saying say so what say your reproductive organs it to me function effectively. We've talked about the kidneys, the liver, the heart say but the sexual reproductive organs you need quality water to be able to form sperms, to form eggs. So it will affect the sperms you form. Therefore the kids you give birth to have deformities. Erama na erama so de kakra so
erama ma ba isa
yes
okay era yenti asema o kan ya e ma me nua yi
ema ne de ne bebre omo fichi kom ni ade
eno na no hia no okay
na me raise more on a member side no
kan dia
a member no on say mostly otimi say oni oba e de ba ne sexual health oni oba da ba ontimi nye de enwo ni nyina ye acidic na ewo nipadua nim no
obema no so no obada
obema no obada on say ne conception ontimi nwo otimi bo ejuma ye but then
ejuma ben
otimi ne obada
na so ontimi na nwo okay
this is because acidic na ewo ye nipadua on say ye more activities no environment no eya ye home infama ye home eduane ayedi any nsuo other waters na ni nyina acidic so enti eba say na reproductive health no I am more of acidic and I into alkaline can get say hydration
and legend let me even touch on this and mema side no and mema aspect no be hu na mema the aphrodisiac especially young boys legend me hey I'm 40 years but look at uhwe me a
say no win bia
say 40 at least one of black
I've been alive beginning
yeah but I won't say When say mechanic Solomon 3. I started this sports industry in Accra 25 years ago. I made my choice.
Now 20
me started almost 15 years ago. Yeah, and I'm starting say me Coco Studio years.
15 years or 25.
Yes. I worked at Choice with Kwame and Neniko Jo Frimpong, if you remember this name. So so the truth of the matter is, Bema, you don't even need aphrodisiacs.
Yes.
Most of these diabetic conditions is what makes the penile dysfunction. And you know, I want to mean boy you want pemu, you can't say a drew, but in so na won't want to me, you can't play in bed. So the right thing is that you get the right water, the best water. So coffee now we are use Kangen energic water. So Lipton now we are use Kangen energic water. So Lipton Milwa use Kangen. The right water circulating in your system helps everything function perfectly. So you will not be able because it kills the organs. And that is what we are talking about. Born again at the slide B2 so MRM. Okay, and pay me by me beside AI. Say hot chemicals do plastic bottles release or say when exposed to heat. Who expose here? Plastic bottles release various chemicals. And okay, ability say bisphenol BPA. And after waba can say temperature or say affect it. Me but sabra first slide the you say no. Osha wakika about some metals and what say chemicals release. Wakika said these chemicals are influenced by temperature. Inti anopeno ya pese educate most of our distributors and the omunim ya can esisu dia say okoto kanji na insist say or the egu baby a hono enyum. The place is cool because minerals na you get the full benefits. Legend. In the past, ubunsu ana usanso esi bathroom ana se usanso egu cap moa o de unsa efasi obonsa inso no moa true because of the chemicals in the water. Enti usanso or bathhouse in a pill edis your bed 3 days 1 week o de unsa fast obonsa moa true because of these minerals in it. And then most of the water production firms in the process I get them right, they want the waters to be on the shelf for longer years. Because of that reverse osmosis, as it is dead water. You use minerals. But with Kangen, your minerals are retained. And you won't be another distributor. Make sure so say Kangen in Sony because of Niama ekran alkalinity and after antioxidants are to me repair dead cells. Now in class molecules near microcluster that to me bora babyano. Make sure say it is kept under hygienic conditions and kept in a very cool area.
About time pregnant woman and so I was sure no. Or more mostly baby no now when not birth defects and I still bet we won't hear heavy metals the like of lead mercury nina it may affect baby no baba na so anywhere nina enti you be encourage a more time no monyam no say in their medications near there or hospital ma omunjo near there they shouldn't forget Kangen energic water so no so boa e boost immunity no e boa mama no baby nina say na be at the end of the day no omunya any abnormalities beyond.
Ahakra idea me say AI say reduce it has impact on IVF outcome. Be wa IVF in so awonu nya one say metal say obobosu it reduces fertility. Okay. And the Kangen there is for every household. And legend, right from 2,000 Ghana cedis, we started distribution. Right. 2,000, we give you 20%. And the Opesa OJ sold distributor and so I saw no ubet from 100,000. We sign an agreement. In so brewa mensi mo hoyam fan so bro baby. When it's sole distributor in that constituency, we do it on constituency level. The pack is as cheap as 23 Ghana cedis for sole distributors and major distributors. And amount for NTM, yeah, move from office. Someone say 23 cities. Major distributor, any sole distributors, around that 23, 24 cities. But while outside, especially in Kumasi, make sure say we turn 30 Ghana cedis. Anything above 30 Ghana cedis, please insist. 30 Ghana cedis per pack. And now this type on some of the major distributors in the atrium. The last thing, we patch studio mine. We had 1 liter a year, 1 liter no patch masomami. Ultra 1 liter no bo say we anyway ni legend no say color a difference kakra and then so you say touch on that we pH no kikako 8.5 and a way pH near 7.58 and just a way pH near higher than we into we 50 Ghana cedis and a way 30 Ghana cedis. Okay, that's it. Major distributor na me say me there Oh, say watch number so unko be 10 distributed your number by 0241
44
91 0241 91.
Thank you.
Legend Saturday will be by office on any busia nyina they drove oba na na ye kan so small issues and I miss you one regular one on kono say there be who the dance here children say high PH now anti no kwa na obeje there to 80 packs
and ma obi am join e kan na busia no enso na ebu amanfo pa ewra ma ba isa adam for also what chim kama but Zach maba
say ade na mfa me pa
okay
so say church no
no
so crowd UK
that's right I mean that's it. Thank you very much Zakito Abba na wana ababim ejedi yeah okay so kanjin nkomo so oyi yanentem mami yima yanentem pa me we sit and na born attend the akọ okay so quick one ti kanjin nkomo na ye die no hydrogen rich in minerals wakani nyina number ni 0241 449191 0241 449191 yima na edenia mako yima mo bia nkroso ebi okay nti no bibia be fine now baby Zach akwaba na nema say good yango anyway ana
yeko
bacho
19 yeah starting na
solo men trespass okay yeah yeah Monica it me tell baba Zach
so yamba na about so the second yamba about so
it's not yet confirmed.
Oh, it's already say that's the last game, you know. Yeah. I'm gonna say that.
Let's arrange any board draw.
City.
On City board draw.
Safi, you know.
The Nipa will be a news.
The almost so much with you.
Which is
so Monfa the record of being there.
Yeah. The lowest points.
The lowest points, you know. They jubilated very well because no person say on one record no because FN championship on no.
Good.
It is there. Now Mzoto still now top 4 right very interesting. Now no na Saturday na yeah analysis no. And I would say if Nottingham Forest win, Chelsea are in trouble because the last game no. Nottingham were playing at home. Knowing say
before their fans.
Yes.
No, it's a win is taking them to the
Champions League.
Chelsea are in trouble.
Now what we share and Roman West Ham game no be you understand say if a team any bria because now it wasn't an easy game at all for Nottingham Forest. But come fast so dey dey
but they can still win and not qualify
if they win. So almost 68.
Almost 68. And Newcastle 66. Aston Villa 66, City 65, and City has 2 games.
Obabako Ochina against Bournemouth.
The Forest can win and not qualify.
Yeah, they can win and still not qualify.
Match normally 68 in a free.
86. It's nice. Money Chelsea never made 6 and 7.
Yes.
No more frame.
Chelsea they almost shot they are gone because they have goals.
Yes, yeah. Almost shot they are gone.
But City there, Forest there. Almost having on 68. Hoping that
Aston Villa is going to Old Trafford. It depends on.
Okay, another one is that Empo City.
Yeah.
Almost so unpredictable these days. They have 2 games.
Yeah.
Fulham and Bournemouth. Almost a potential of losing one.
Yeah,
it's possible.
Yeah, Fulham away.
Especially the away game.
Yes, Fulham away and Bournemouth at home.
So almost the go and win.
And you know, unse now obi a shebere won nsem. I say you have to win your games and you are through. The Premier League, I say the race for the last 2, so last 3 Champions League spots, you know, I am very interesting. But I think say the Nottingham Forest team yesterday, actually say
Baby, I don't remember to You remember the game against Leicester?
Yes.
Leicester could go 2-2, and yes, I can. This is not their story.
No, the biggest problem is last 5 league games or so. Who's the ancient uncle for more? Everton be show more. This home. And I say more calculation in na. And you get a papa for South 2. It's the I think say it has been very interesting, but let's see what will happen. I'm saying next week.
The Mugen kind of Saturday, no.
Oh yes, yeah, discuss Saturday. Yeah, discuss Saturday, no. I discuss it. Na news. Yeah. So
next I ask him to my income.
Aha. Oh, power with Niaka.
And I want someone to give me train.
They say idea. Na them not alone here. But where they
discuss here with Saturday. Okay.
As yes, I know all this table time.
No matter.
Here time no.
Time so holding.
The most interesting, and I say the most exciting league in Europe is the Italian Serie A this season. It's the most exciting league in Europe this season. Nendra, say oh Serie A, you enjoy the Serie A. Wahane at go Abaha. I was watching Napoli game, but one of say go Biaba. Then I switch to the Inter Milan game. Come we had the Ecoso. So Inter Milan problem power mo face here. I say yes, even though along the way Napoli have at Nefiama Genoa about draw as any points, but the Ama Inter watching their fixtures in the last 5 because but for the nature of their fixtures because Napoli have shown say I understand why Antonio Conte is not happy at Napoli. The players when they play the league, but for or no Antonio Conte no influence and yet team the league, they are too ordinary. When they are playing games now, I say there's nothing special at them. Apart from maybe Antonio Conte on the bench now, push or more, go and win. But Inter Milan is different. Lazio actually say still now they are in for the top 4. I got one slot which is being occupied by Juventus at the moment. Juve over 67 points. Juve call Venezia. No, so over the table now, Venezia no or pre-survivor. As we speak now, Venezia 19th with 29 points. Venezia win at home. They are likely, depending on other results, they can be saved. Roma. I was looking at why yesterday, Lazio in Yabre against Inter Milan. Because many are being say they know say the only results are the last day matches. Omun able at home to Lecce. Lecce also 31 points. Almost you safe. But the advantage Lazio is that Omubo at home. And a friend is saying Juventus Monday or go away against Venezia, who Owinia Tesor very well. Venezia Owinia. On himself Lecce go away to Lazio, Lecce can lose that game. Oba sign a friend is saying Lecce. Napoli able against Verona. There be Napoli acquire Inter. That be sorry. Empoli. About Verona. Verona as we speak now, 34 points they are safe. Yeah, Verona is safe because Empoli no 31 points. And Empoli also got 34 nibi. So, if you share the dynamics now, Juve last game trouble because they have to get results. Or when you results now, Roma eta omachi. Roma also Torino. So what here? Last day fixtures relatively ebia uyi Lazio free moi the more protocol uyi Lazio or a Lecce to player. Lecce even though air pre-relegation they will try to give a fight Stadio Olimpico no at least relatively an easy game kakra Edema Lazio but the Akano and yet easy game because Juve away to Venezia is a tough match. Torino at home to Roma is a tough match. And Aka yes, Lazio no able home against Lecce. It is a matter say about Sunday against Nina also. Sunday the more last games Nina. No. They can't even play in Europe. Napoli Friday.
So me no I can see.
Okay.
What Milan there?
I'm Europe crumple. Nothing can tell Europe crumple. Now permutations na jibe na amfa.
I want to go conference.
Oh, I want to go bra. Baby, I want to go baby. I want to go.
Say, on go conference, come and you What that Champions League? They are coming.
Almost go baby. Almost story. Another time.
But they started well.
Oh, they are
Okay.
I think say Damiaduma weekend we enjoy the
but before the weekend, it's a midweek, so we will enjoy the Europa Friday.
We say do I become once.
Okay.
Do I become once.
Okay.
Remember Wednesday we come here and analyze the game very well.
Okay. I mean, I'm put you number you so bad.
Me too.
Is it Milan? Profilers. Profilers no Europe.
9:30 more.
Association of Profilers and no Europe clubs.
And I know
a meeting so meeting US. See now America Pep Abeka group members ready
You see, the life is about decision making. And so there are certain decisions we are take here. Na soon so na nko ya then nya opportunity near so ya kire ya adwen akire. Last season in the Italian Serie A, Inter Milan energy with 94 points. Now the second place team was AC Milan with 75 points. 3 points even more than Juventus, and Ushemwa 6 points more than Atlanta. No the fourth. On the last season, Italy had 5 teams a call Champions League, no? Based on their performance.
And it's not dropping.
Coefficient. Say the coefficient. Last
so your performance or Champions League, no?
Yeah.
Both Champions League and
that Europe. On the last year, and Atlanta called Europa League final. Now when you're Fiorentina or Conference League.
Yeah, a combination of all of them.
Italian teams no man.
Then as you about England this season.
Yes. I'm not talking Spurs, even Arsenal and Chelsea.
And
then I'm at this season, Washa England, Ebenya 5 teams in the Champions League.
Okay.
Into United, so become one.
So is that on season basis? Why not they are dropping?
Season be almost reshuffle depending on it.
So what they are doing today is as a result of last season.
Yes. No, after this season. What will happen next season?
Okay.
Points. So last year, you have 5 Italian teams. Now in Bologna, no D, even the 5th position. AC Milan, Mr. AC Chen 7 points. Now let's come to this season. After say AC Milan at this second, they decided to sack their manager.
Last season,
no, this second, they decided to sack their manager, and this season. Team are this second arm, so to check a points gap between other teams are to some extent not qualify for the Champions League safe, no. This time around they are not even qualifying for the Europa League or the Conference League. So it comes back to one thing: the off-season decision of AC Milan, which was supported by their faithfuls, including Jibo, was a big disaster. Was a bad decision because if you take a decision, it's expected the new manager is supposed to improve the team. And turn team in free baby so let's go to Napoli. Last season Napoli had 53 points in the Italian Serie A. And Abu place 10th. Then they decided to bring on Antonio Conte. And after one season, team they did 10th is now on the verge of winning the Italian Serie A. All they need to do is not to bottle it by winning their last game with home the Italian Serie A. That is transformation, meaningful decision by leaders. It's clearly the Antonio Conte decision. You can see the impact on Napoli. A day clear where you are free 10th position at your mobile betting league. Then we also have an AC Milan that is
without Victor Osimhen.
Exactly, even without Kvaratskhelia. In the middle of the season on Bejana Quine.
He's a magician.
So we're finding ways of improving players, getting the best out of players, and look at the transformation. Elsewhere, Milan, almost the second, and now Soto, almost the 9th position.
The best move for the
almost the 9th position in the Italian Serie A. So it is clear. You don't need any other statistics to tell you, say, the decision of letting go Stefano Pioli and whoever they introduce, Conceição, the other one no Fonseca ni nyina so amba mfa so ama club no eti o makọ echire
Fonseca was better
me too, but at the end of the day they also decided to sack him because no meet your standard. Introduce Sergio Conceição, and now this is the story. So 2 managers in 1 season, none of them intimidate that meaningful improvement. The West Cranank expected that young fans said this is their first season. Because somebody is to qualify for the Champions League.
At least.
Even if someone has 75 points in Impa, qualify them for the Champions League. But that is not the story.
Okay.
Into 100, I think, say, it's in penny for the go many massive our decisions on take, and whoever supported, including striker, what do also a big mistake.
Where did him
go send a noble purely chino and Guasia now my pick this season here massive. Now Mr. Otuo and say I feel we now say chat be to. In 2017 Manchester City called trophyless. That was the last time a City called trophyless. Surprisingly, I brought City called trophyless. United called Europa League final, and they had a Portuguese manager in Jose Mourinho, and Mourinho won it. Interesting, not just taking over when the first season. That was Jose's first season from a Dutch manager in Louis van Gaal. Now United, SRW, the same stage.
And a strong pass, second plan, Lotto, strong papa.
Papa. City are called trophyless. Now City called trophyless. No, United are the Europa League final with a Portuguese manager, and this is his first season.
Who took over from a Dutch manager?
Tiama man first started bisa question say, are we going to see a repeat of 2017 or not?
League table.
Oh, I think that season they were seized. Yes, they were seized under Jose. And at this time around, I think so. But City trophyless need to be discussed. Also, 1 season out to Pep Guardiola, so it's difficult for you to say, we're seeing a decline stage, But this is a massive decline. Also, a decline stage, you expect some form of consistency.
By his own standards.
By his own standard, this is a massive decline. City enya automatic qualification for the Champions League as at 2 matches to end the season. Traditionally, in as much as Yaka Pep having bad moments, one thing is clear. Even the first season now Pep Sanko trophyless in Mr. 2, the qualification to the Champions League, no agenda. On last season place it, but no qualification in this looks like the first season of Pep Guardiola. Qualification to the Champions League in Imponum so to or the line so though we can have 5 Premier League teams in the Champions League, he's still not safe. Onyawan in Semsa. And the amazing thing is the kind of investment City Poyemano in the month of January. If you compare Newcastle, or compare even Chelsea, or extending the call Arsenal. Now Arsenal genuinely title contenders people were calling for additions. So Arsenal needs some minor additions to boost their chances of winning the league, especially now here in Liverpool. Almost squad depth Enimho, Salah, Jota, Luis Diaz, Cody Gakpo, Darwin Núñez, to some extent Chiesa. About 6 players now Liverpool come teach some you make me rotate, but Arsenal was not having that. But Arsenal yes I sign him. Rather it was Manchester City having sent 2 centre backs midfield to replace Rodri and Wepra in Nico Gonzalez, because you see a former Barcelona boy with the Barca traits, could play more Portugal and more playing time to build his confidence. He's coming to Manchester City and Wushe. We have Mamouche, who was one of the young forwards and almost fire out of the Bundesliga. Also became, even though now here City attack and I'm to not the only absence was Alvarez, but now Bernardo Silva, you were Folding, you were Kevin De Bruyne. These are all players who can easily replace him. But City Kofa Mamouche by now in all those conversations, getting the Champions League slot is now an issue which can a bit me asleep and going trophyless. I think this is a disastrous season for Pep Guardiola. Go to you better send your better responding next season. Okay. But if we should see a repeat next season, that means You best start here. I
can't imagine. We season, bro, when you spot for the Champions League. I think you even leave.
Uncle, Zoto.
Say, League we.
Yeah.
Na City could be 6 and then 7th.
Yeah.
Over
Europa League. No, so Kobo. That's all Kobo. Say on our dear my baby too. So, not the best of seeing for Manchester City, but you better say next season then to us. Also, the last time we called trophyless and Obeji League with 100 points. Okay, I will show more or nothing documentary now. Before Silme and the Crano start sitting Kofa Benjamin Mendy,
the Premier League, the Premier League has changed too.
Yeah.
All this is you cannot say, for instance, that I'm going to beat Aston Villa.
Easy or Villa.
You can't say for Bournemouth
because of the manager, because of the players,
for almost every team.
Yeah.
And they say, Sam, you quite 100 points,
but the point I'm trying to make is that he responded. The first season disaster, he responded in the second season. So I'm looking at how Obe responded, but I think
I don't think you have enough money this summer.
You have.
Where are they going to get it?
City would get rid of some of the players.
Okay. They send your
money. Grealish. Almost our academy boys, maybe.
Yeah.
Oscar Bob, money.
How many 30 minutes to Oscar Bob? You get them playing for the Premier League clubs.
Yes. Marketing. Send that Dortmund crowd around 30 million crowd buy. So they will sell those players and see how things go.
That's because
a bad season for Manchester City too.
Some man for account is similar when I'm man can be. Because I did as a kid to name.
Come here, no cry. I so chen one
or say so, mamma, from into my crap for Cafo.
Aye. Was I the end of your ban? Analyze the
conference, the carton of Yaka.
Oh, not that. Say, Zoto, may I show so be a Milan fan beyond based on the club tradition. Say the club necessity. Sani editete Milan. Milan is a Champions League football club. And Fahone number of trophies at Juventus AG. Reason why in Europe they are the most successful Italian football club. Milan is Champions League when it comes to Italy. So Milan real season. Now to man qualify for Champions League. No, any Europa, any Conference League, Champions League. It will raise a lot of things, especially say who could play in a generation. Majority of them enjoy the Milan team of 2005, 2007, Milan team of maybe 94, Milan team of 95, Milan team of 93. On say no money be over to say in the Champions League era. Milan is the first club about Champions League final 3 times to us.
Na Madrid Kramu.
David na Madrid in the Champions League era. Milan is the first club about Champions League final 3 times. 93 Marseille, 94 Barcelona.
Rest have a grade right away.
No, rest have a grade 89-90 season.
Okay.
In 93 Marseille, na Marseille show 1-0. 94 no Marseille Barcelona 4-0. Then 95, Zoto no Maba no more lose to Ajax. So it's the match I say. About when they won their next Champions League trophy again, 2003 against Juventus. Then 2007 against Liverpool. So when your fans are more living within this period, remember that. Obetu Omase say they will start complaining any sanyo mano. But when you critically analyze the situation, and you change of coach. Tell my casa diwa. I remember example. The standard of Syria this season, and the standard of Syria last season, and you pay. This season the end was so.
Coach is never system.
Yes. Last season, Mizoto, your top clubs Libya, they failed to perform. To say Napoli, to say Roma, to say Juventus, to say Lazio, they failed to perform. Shadi so offer Syria table now, or the Syria table this season. Shadi Napoli that say it's first. Or more how many points? 79. Okay. Milan that say 90. Almost 60 points. Last season the real Syria no. Whilst Milan were second, the points gap between Milan and Inter Milan are 19 points. This season, with 1 game to go, the points gap between Milan and Napoli 19 points.
As a Milan, they almost consistent.
So what did the match and say? It's 2 seasons before last season. 2 seasons before last season.
I like the analysis though.
Yeah.
We're skew up aside, man.
No, me skew aside and make 2 seasons. Yes. 18 America just say it's not basically coaching.
Okay.
It's not basically coaching to make it look like maybe a purely free honor. And a Milan in improvement 2 seasons ago.
But Pioli has been the best in recent
because
time.
He spent a lot of years, which you cannot take it away. He spent more than 5 seasons.
But Uja team no second.
And I'm saying, and a second now Uja, and I'm
in a good state.
My memory there, Mizutu, Yanko Yachibako. A season before last season, that is 2 seasons ago. Your boss Syria and Milan finishing 5th. Omo Champions League sport too. A administrative decision. And a man Juventus drop here, and a Milan bar 4th. It's by pitch performance. Milan and Champions League qualification 2 seasons ago. Then last season, so pick points in between the OD first and the OD second and 19. The OD first, the other first and the other 9th. SI 19.
Atalanta clear 74.
Yes, into the Watness now analyzing. It's a matter the factors to the major one and they say going into next season. Milan into next season without a proper sporting director, which is key in Italian football. See, Italian clubs are successful every single season and now within a certain period. There is one key position in influential, a sporting director. Who builds the project? Paloma free team.
But in terms of players, quality, many of us say Napoli should be better than Milan.
Oh, now so far this team in Italy should be competing for the Serie A title.
And what is the sporting director going to do?
Yes, my man, this is what Italians believe in, and then they want to say about a common amount top clubs in Europe. So too, where Arsenal war and they may use Arsenal because of war. Who bet me a do a film? Where will Arsenal spend big to go for better after Edu free Arsenal? To come and become to be Obaba Arsenal sporting director. Yes, it is the problem is Mizoto. You can have the best squad, but if you don't have somebody who understands the squad, communicate with them, get closer to the squad. Well, they just imagine say, Obi say Paolo Maldini is the sporting director of Milan. Now Mizoto, you are a player. Now when you have opportunity to sit down with Maldini, now Mizoto, the experience and the knowledge, he's sharing it with you.
So why is he not the sporting director?
Because of the decision Redbird for taking here. So to the mention say. See a can ABI woman hand. So let's go. I am not a part in Enra was one of the days.
But I thought only a meaningful signings. I'm a players.
9 days. I want to say.
Why?
Signing players alone.
I think the quality.
Santiago Gonzalez.
You don't have a problem with quality.
No. Sad way.
So you have a problem with quality. Then it means you have a bad coach.
Debbie. And in the memo example say, why Pioli was sacked last season, and they say, when Pioli was appointed, he had experienced people around him. Ricky Massara, Paolo Maldini, Boban, who knows the club and understand the club. Time Maldini free one, Mizoto, you also Pioli. Right. So to mention I say, and those things you cannot take it away, especially when it comes to Italian football. So Enra was one evening now. You just love watching Italian Serie A. And yeah, fans of Italian Serie A and so Enra make sure games na many ajekwa. Many and the kind of advert and Serie A they may as no tells you say Casio is not dead. Casio is alive. Mami mo adibi. Minim game na wo hwe na nnu anwume. Dia na wo hwe.
Me start with the Inter there no. Because I'm busy finish it and then we go and finish at Napoli. By Mfana, I went back to Napoli. Yeah. Until that last, let me say Inter had won.
Yeah.
To that last minute. It's a doubtful one penalty.
That was the exciting game of the evening. Yeah. That was San Siro, Inter and Lazio. Zuto, who's a born washer home? The Messeria yet. There are certain things while we play football, now get to 7 to Syria, you will feel it. Yebo game now, just some few seconds to win the game. And now Marko Anatovic, go be my Inter Milan. Time will go no. Marco Baroni, who is the coach of SS Lazio, was shouting at the assistant referee. Time I was shouting, I say, Forogioko, putting pressure on the assistant referee. Offside. Offside.
Forogioko.
Yes, offside. Oko at a time of Emio Tadini in Parma. If you play a penalty, Napoli. They had to review the penalty. So time a penalty in the which an exciting moment for Antonio Conte. O try na Nico Re ne bench no. Rijori. Yanya penalty. These are some of the terms you watch Italian football. To Emma excited. Na Interphone can't be. No more so more kwa Mizutu. And a born in the Club Barrera. Then in the middle of the pitch, Utie from the stanza. Na Baroni shout toward the place. Omo follow. And quickly, no more follow Barrera. Then Inter attack and I say. And was an exciting moment. So we are a fan of the Italian Serie A. Over Sanyo Maria Mr. Emma Oniji. Yes, you might think the league is done. But me, Mr. Two, my Serie A, I'm a Piacenza. And you went to Super game. I was the Lapi. No, you went to home. Na Carlo Ancelotti, you went to coach. Namzo to Juventus see some winning which last game of the season. Near about 45 minutes of the game. Na Juventus entimi share Piacenza. Na Luciano Moggi Zoto a red dressing room. I will check Carlo Ancelotti say Asake. It's last game's name to Yabebono. And yet how we want to Onsenra so share permanent Napoli game ni bi. Now share Lazio and Inter Milan game there. Now we will believe say based on how games in Econo, Inter were a better position of beating Lazio than Parma beating Napoli beating Parma based on their Parma in this season. But in no Medem say Conte winning the Scudetto or not winning the Scudetto. This is the weakest Napoli side. Our coach Bidibe competing for Serie A. And it takes an exceptional coach. This Antonio Conte, who understands how to play a league. Because when the trophies are waji as a league coach in this area, he is there among the best. When Abebonidin, Saki, Trapattoni, Marcello Lippi, Fabio Capello, a best Syria and Kwandia, Antonio Conte is there, or no more age now. But the only problem is to win an European trophy, which all these coaches are mabom with him to Omo Etimiji Binti. And we next weekend, which is the last round of the Serie A, Mzutu, Yabesha Hawa games, no, ABC Ako. In the Spanish La Liga, so it looks like 5 slots. As I can see, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Bilbao, and then Villarreal. The story of Villarreal, Marcelino is a fine coach, but very underrated in Spain. It looks like teams of Fabiano, Mzutu, Oye Magic, Oye Valencia. So what's the Villarreal team now? Questions have been on Nicolas Pepe. After say Arsenal spending 75 million from Lille, Edinburgh Premier League, you know, Obefili. But when you watch this Marcelino Villarreal team and how Nicolas Pepe Bobo our Villarreal team, you start asking yourself questions. A president went to me on Arsenal, and as Arsenal Nyabo Tramano, I don't know where sell of Villarreal. Then good old Danny Parejo. Generation I will pay my one. But any time I watch Danny Parejo, I ask myself, and then when you caps with the Spanish national team, like top Spanish midfielders recently, Obi say Alonso, Obi say Fabregas, Obi say Xavi, Obi say Sergio Busquets. Because when it comes to natural talent, he is there with them. and the team is built around Dani Parejo. I think Marcelino and his Villarreal team a team to watch next season in Europe, especially after getting a Champions League qualification.
Thank you.
Premier League ni there. Zutu, as I said, yes, Manchester City there a problem.
Qualification.
Yeah, no a problem kaka.
2 games na kan.
Baby almost say free bano. And the money you losing the only trophy I can City beat this season, the FA Cup against Crystal Palace. A very disciplined team, well organized Crystal Palace. Limited City from creating a lot of chances, from punishing them. Good transition. But Pep Guardiola is also at a point as I am a yard also. How do you go into a final game? I bet me the confidence about players. I bet me more really trophy. The second most respected trophy in England. The FA Cup. Now we game Nima. A key position, which one makes a key player in Rodri. Now come about final game, man. What about Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne as your double pivot? How?
Probably one where the form Crystal Palace brought into the final.
It looks like Pep is losing it.
Probably. Probably also changing leagues. So.
The final.
It looks like he's losing it.
The final will be overthinking.
Now go problem. Joe. Yes, Tino, I quite about saying. What was? All right. Inti, you better unka. Sister, as a Liverpool is almost. Oh, that actually okay. And I never babon do me. I want against the
Yes, in Nipanyo.
A day.
I feel the only Liverpool for nobody from Pono, Mogosano. I feel the Monsieur as a train body. We had the same time. I can't make such calculations.
But then come more they con the too much. Then I laugh. Sand was not improving.
Improving.
Then no we yeah.
That's another when we improve.
That's how could they are.
The training pona you say or Dobumpono. He's better in terms of this year. Better than from Pong.
Send from Pong. As you mend in a party. It was. Obu out is a boy, and all cranu here. On any other make crime meat for him.
So, I'm a contract.
There will go. He waved at the crowd. Who's almost science? Or crowd.
That's not a contract to work on.
Crowd Monra.
Party. That's not do I have a woman you also pay? The party, the party, I must
have bench.
On the contract.
And I won't say the iron. Also, too many can I wear now to say, I break a crow.
Yes, young credible another five make our sir. So I find over Chrome and also will Chrome that. Toward them not for Franco Trading Enterprise. Franco Kwan and Semen Cancho, sir. One woman so was a telling Yamaswo. Ghana the Abbey, I want to so. Yaja Muka crowd, Busa, Hosa. Now, Ade, Spire, the way I store Yama, Eddie come awesome. Discount what the Mawano, Abusano Tim. A 40% discount off. Nokia phone now, per crown, some. A Samsung phone, iPhone, one smart TV, Cassia, Chamberlain Finance, Neaba, Upaso here, Cassia, now the Abomadim, at Mashbin air condition, 1.5, 2.0, 2.5, Ninian and chat freezers, thousand refrigerators, Ninano, Yatetes washing machine, microwaves, blenders, thousand CCTV camera, functioning monitor video anytime, anywhere. Yaka, sir. Wa ba ko jaba juwe hode ya teso uguram e wo challenge bishop adum old melcon ko for clinica ni nyina no ente so no eda so da ho a e twa enne anopai fe number 0245 316969 0245 316969 na wanya Franco nyama watiti so ibi etimi ato twam kofe yase mu amon kan so mo modena fei mo nkwadwa ya junction no ha wo benya bi e wo hotakrade eye Anaji Estate ni nyina no eye hepatitis a 9 times award waje Samsung fatty liver prostate no egusua how ulcer fibro kidney stone ye de adro no e de aba ya tunu din SK mo modern person liver no ejira yiye no mo modern na fe mo nkoto liver care tickets asem na making jirika jiri herbal mixture and capsules ne de mema nko adro nto ba me nkoto wura fia fama kuna fe on fa him una nyama nko yiye mfama ni nyina no enese obowuram ewo Accra Kwabenya ACP Road Power Bus Stop Kumasi Efeyi Asebozumtu Road Adwaya Junction Takrade Anaji Estate one bank no ene din hwe ne mu 0244 544-422 0200-383831 ɛtumpanie na kyɛ sɛ ɛmoa nkasa no mu obia de mmereka dwane wɔnsi hɔ biem na ɛtumpa no kɔ nya flahye no hona no a ɛne ani wuo mu ano no sɛ yɛ ntontom ɔbɛdisturb a nakora ho bɛyɛ den ɛntateade aduane si wɔ apɛ ne ɛfom ɛde afa wodi a ɛnyɛ yie ɛntafrɛ ɛhaw saa so na nso nkɔnsuo owura mpa no ntokuro mu hɔ no mu a ɔbɛwe ɔbaketoa na wanhwɛ de bia no wɔ su asɔ yɛde no ade kɔ hospital ɛyɛ nso nkɔnsuo na ɛdisturb no nwanwa no mpo deɛ ne ho abufu ne nyinaa no ɛyɛ atumpan insecticide spray yɛbɔ mmɔden making sure sɛ yɛde aduhuama yɛfɛ no sɛ lemon ɛne lavender bɛfra ɛno nti wode spray hɔ wie pa a wɔkunkum mmuamoɔ no nyinaa wie no ɛdɛm wɔ so hwehwehwehwehwam wɔadi deɛ menim ne sɛ 15 minutes pɛ bɔwura dɛm hɔ nyɛ 30 minutes ne 1 hour biara 15 minutes bɔwura hɔ na afei wobɛkɔ no na ɛdɛm hɔ yɛ hwehwehwam na sɛ kum mmuamoɔ no nto restaurant ɛne office biara no ɛne fie biara sɛ bi kɔ hɔ Kumasi yɛ sɛ kɔman Accra Pokuase AC Peter Krade ɛyɛ Hakuna Matata 0553 082674 0553 082607 no afɛ number si mienu ɛna anɔpɛ yi maa mi abɛyi atena se ɛyɛ Monday to Friday anɔpɛ no nso ekosi anwumɛ no num na ɔyɛ adwuma de akosi so nkɔfo de nkɔfo fɛ bibrem ɛne amanɔne ɛba ne nyinaa nsa sekesa yadeɛ no mɔfo no wɔ mfidie paa na nso bɛso so ano brɛ bibrem Ghana na afei kɔ apatrapa new sergeant na abɛyi nto sekesa seklafo no wonto aseɛ ɛmfa ma mo etwe ya bonsafo ne ɛba efiadeɛ bɔmɔde tumrika kɔ abɛyi hɔ na wɔhwɛ na afei nyɛma ɛnkɔ yie ɛsikye yare ɛyɛrebɔne tutumrika bra na abɛyi hwɛw ɛsikye yare akyi no na kyɛ sɛ bɛyɛ kaa wɔ sɛ ɛnɛ pressure saa so na etwe ulcer, gono, hepatitis, power, typhoid, ni nyinaa no bɔmmɔden na kɔ abɛyi herbal clinic na wɔntu aseɛ ɛmfama ho Kumasi tana so apatapa new side junction ɛyɛ 0243 345 392 0506 460 208 yengu so nkɔ fix my right oka no accident ka na akoto ye anase wakonya akonhia oka na akonya akonhia wo de ka kyerɛ kɛkɛ yɛde towing car kɔ akoto ketua bi ɛne ɛbɛdwo ɛwɔ no ho yɛwie pa ne abɛyɛ car no na yɛ brand new bi nkasa car no mpo enya akonhia na so to accident car ne nyinaa ne yɛ engine turning overhauling body works oven spraying air condition services sanso ne yɛbɛwie a electrical works no ɛde ama automatic gearbox no yɛbɛyɛ ne kama wo chim ya pɛ na afei wo na wo sɛ no yɛ maintenance na yɛ ne deɛ ɛyɛ all servicing of all car and ye ho adwuma special machine no egusu gyina brane a yɛde ama wo yɛ so car no konya kwanhyia yɛ ne hwere yɛ kura yɛtimi tɔ ɛma onya kakra ɛde ɛto hɔ no mo car no nso model ba na akɔtɔ yɛ bia wo de ne 2014 anaasɛ 2021 ɛna akɔtɔ yɛ ne type of raba ebetuma yɛ dadare te sɛ mono na de ama wo na nyama nyina akɔyie de ama wo yɛ tumirika akɔ ahodwo between Gridco office hɔ ɛne Georgia hotel hɔ ɛne yaso yɛ no ɛwɔ ɛyɛ 0500 210191 0551498884 yenko wie wo bibinito maplas wa osa tra usu bia che woni mo ma me bi wonua bi na osa hanu a wo de wo to bi ko che no beda wase sanse osa teten krofo papa ni nyina ne gastric ulcer duodenal peptic ulcer stomach pain stomach gas indigestion esophageal ulcer ne nyina no ye kabom mesi ye di heavy wutumi di heavy na no maduro nkoto kakra bi a etu ase ama hoto atumi abafi ho no mo eno ntima menka wo se ubowuram e wo promise heba ebi e wa ha mo na enkra okashi yes uwuram a the beauty pharmacy ba ko e wo ho kuma se Ashtown the beauty pharmacy ba ko e sha ha no mo ya kabom na fre 0558 055894 0541337816 inti na jese kobina wo hwemi anano pay na jese mayenchia baby a hwe fi bia kobi boss player wada roma ye fancy wa ha
that's it babo say we are fine
oh ejana da roma ejana da roma egusun kakra
na nsem no ekoso no ne say
watara akasa house board no amano tax bi na ono nso dia no yi aba
house board no
empatron
o mama ndie
omo the tax amount otara
enimrim you give a tax 2-3 months to the end of the season tax in the saying
almost say so person save the job on place 5th position first 5 no on for house in can one
you bobu say minim say oti ana say on be so be answer also money
management board na come akuita
obi as through the management
okay from catch the way they direct message from the board
on blessing fit Okay, but there be and the issues with the league table. It will be a Sunday. League table was here told so early and born. That wasn't correct.
Okay.
The man Carella 38 points. And yes, sir.
The original one.
The correct one that we have. Mami, any. No, thank you.
Yeah, league table now.
Those who help
many
us.
Matches.
With. Okay. I say no,
I know question why we.
So Hearts now 49 points.
Yeah, I think so.
49 points.
49.
Say Nations
don't on there.
Nations are 54 still. Heart of Lions have drawn ra. So I'm so 54.
I'm could draw while we
54. Baby any goal stars echo 56. Send run here. Okay, Kotoko 54. So it's 54 for 9 minutes.
Yes.
And I go stars 56.
But awaiting Nations in the match no. Nations match no. And then head of sports. Because some match they say it's in better TV. Yeah, crown on cover.
No, me prediction. Me prediction am the man nyina no. I'm say Basaka enkwane board draw. Okay. We be say we ni number.
And as Akito dey no so
Nations will win today.
Nations special. Ombeche.
Ombeko 56.
No must had their court.
No mne sama
57.
57. No mne sama te dia yirim. This is the correct one. Now omne sama te dia yirim wa. So their next games against
Samates be share Nations last season.
The way the Nations be share.
No say Nations are league.
Oh, me come home match from the Samates no. And I'm going to also win that one.
The problem that you have is after Samates no. Omuko away to Holy Stars. Who are almost
and we can't say over the Mamenka. Come can say no crash in you.
You mean Basaka Berry no.
Okay. They say a goal stars at 56. Nations 54. Heart of Land 54. Kotoko 54. Mewa. And until goal star you be born Nations be born. Okay. And the 54 near me and so on. 54 near me, you know, rather.
That be me, sir. 54.
No, like after today's game.
Okay,
depending on okay. The house Karen has the feet too. So when they ask Watara to maintain the fifth position, someone can return and mama. The Omo Kajan say, "Hey, and one mom do china be sound." So that's I think that's fair.
First 5 is
I think that's fair.
And you know, Titama, say take us to the fifth position.
No, maintain us at the fifth position.
If you want to save your job. And Watara replies, it is going to be very, very difficult
to maintain.
The 3 opponents are very dangerous.
Now, league table here, that will be the 15 points there, at that 40, at that 48 for it. So, league table, who we are said.
So, league table, ninja.
Mediama. Mediama
47. And no creation, no Carrera.
So medium 47, yeah.
Okay. But Otala replies, the 3 opponents are very dangerous.
Maybe I try again, Solo, this is wrong. Maybe I'm sorry. This is wrong. Carrell only 38 points. Carrell only 38.
No, what is here? No, I'm the 3 points now. Klaus Menya free so training. That is what flash score is. Until you use flash score or the so 3 points now my teams in that. Also Carrell abebo in so 3. And a vision to be in so 3. Into that you have to use this one. What is on the screen?
Into Yamfa
yeah.
Okay,
to wait there on far vision 3 points then count.
Carrella was at 3 points.
Last match.
Carrella they said they be Macau has some best survival.
Mediama say I almost 35. Almost 35.
But Obebo
young apostles were 37.
There be about Obebo home against young apostles. Tamale. No asan for 3 points against in Suatre man.
The last 2 matches ni there. Mbaku wo fa ni free and san okobo last one.
Okay.
Baseke ni young apostles can be relying on the 12th position. But man to 12 million they can be relegated.
Selim Bele they won't go.
And they say so share Heart of Lions.
Now on Tamale Oko which Macquarie won this.
Tama.
On about you. We are doing bad too for striker. What Tamalisa?
That's what she Heart of Lions. Anyway,
yeah, next game.
Wenchi, yes.
Assembly.
The 3 opponents are very dangerous. This is a difficult game. They are fighting for survival. Ouattara.
Worry.
So, we'll check.
We are playing against the cow who is dying. You don't fear the knife. We are playing against 3 teams who have the difficult position. You won't escape from there. That's another difficult game while waiting for us to fall. We need to prepare ourselves to concentrate on the 3 games and go forward. Last year we have a goalkeeping problem. Today I bring another goalkeeper. He do his job. He's not doing anything extraordinary. His job. He's there for that. If we don't need goalkeeper, we are playing with that goalkeeper. That's where we are going. We bring him to come and do his job. He's doing well. Then I didn't say anything who is wrong or is favored. He's doing his job. Like you are doing your job. You are asking me a question. I give you the reply. If he's not there, somebody is there. He is in charge. That's why we did everything to bring him to come and play that role.
That one, you know, Ouattara, and the reply of the Yamaha has in Peru for no. Say, Mose on fighting for a top 5 there. And Kaunya be fight bat. And some who's on it or more irrigation or money abre and airborne. Until you are not eja and I didn't for Hanumono. Not why. Reviving the dead circles. Ashanti Regional Minister and Kumasi Mayor seeks permission from Enshia to visit all the circles and revive them. But they ask and demand for wins from the players. Na Tama Mayor and so Eddie some 2 players in the Munra and anti or coin or Sadi Bosch so as I can. Eti or say circus na eguno or person of Free Regional Minister can now omukwaji permission omukwa sasa omukwa nyane circus no ama circus na itimi say sorry bi because omaya hu say
Zuba
second penny for mutimi nya adwuma no
Zuba or got it cycle
so on or family minister can ho no makwaji permission on visit all the circus no name place you know
I say what no voice
oh Tama na na wo ji
achi TV answer
bato so mpacho mama boss on TV wada
mama say abakuma say enenyume ye hira no otoko edin kunuma na ni je abakuma say na baby ani no so next Sunday me na me come ojidi say e betimi akọ baby ani e de nkunumdi efubeni baby ani sharp ni ya kana say the teacher in the African food. We need matches akana. Na ebe boost enthusiasm we supporters. Say numbers me back to you. Marcel na Benjamin Minister so aka say of the third time na anama ye kwan ya ankasa Benjamin Minister nya ya TSC circles na ya process no kwan ya be pa so a ebi o meba stadium bebe ababeta team ne che be say but say you man e ba kwen say ya se be da aje the win aba say be the man e ko so meta e cha no gidi say ye be nya o ma beta o see e prepare e dey supporters liba ansana I say Africans but for a more African e nya se kutwa o kumasi and the creation towards Africa o say ye ne dey ene mo win fefe ma mo me ho kese dia ba no kankani 5000 this players no go adia contract team no kan asana be ko ba bi ni minute contract team ma be di
anti Tama eno no sa fe de wasmu a eja oye no se technical team no kan ho we the 5000 keto be players ni nyina omfa nto kokobi emfa nom na the akan de obehwe Tama nations for the correction about me say make say Samatters be share omo omo say Samatters in share omo e wo home da na last season omo share Samatters home na way enti me fa sa correction so and so
nations ana
I say make say Samatters share omo no mo say there bi Samatters am share omo had and last season kra no omo share Samatters home na way
okay
na omo say Samatters ba omo share
home na way na last season Samatters dey league no
omo so omo share
omo nsu ho
omo so omo share Samatters home na way
omo say and nations go na share omo
say nations
Samatters omo ga so omo say
maybe ko say nations
okay
anti but I say main country will be I say nations win today and beat Samatta. Me story in back me minimum no the
na obi a uni no dey over there
what the retire in na buy what the schedules ni nyina able
anka uni
na any na phone is yi
me nka so am fa I'm saying that way there
the odu chat
we there below
on measure because say hunu poko no ni gina bra
obi atosi bibi ma wa na wo kan
uni ba
say ojimetini
ma anya tinye obi a no nya tinye o but how can you do a story say me just say over that story so obi a send the ade am
oh okay Ben na say Ben dey meaning Ben
enya Ben na onim indicate say Ben na kan okay Ben na
Ben the kind
okay
yeah otio
Ben is on me no na enya nyame
ona bra wo Jesse no
baby oba ha bi de Ben is so enya nyame
say Jesse o mama me
so me so enya nyame enya squad no kan okay
come on say this is my handwriting this is how I coach my boys are now adopting and implementing my strategy. Coach Karim Zito is pushing hard for the Kotoko coaching job. Tama, and also so. Oh, and second half ni baby there. After them who say, Kotoko, Kotoko no. A bit me passing. What me say? Where the man we know the oh, and not the do a bit na born efe. No credit, no credit. Yeah, and
didn't handwriting.
I said, Titama yenti no. Send a bear on Casemi Atono so.
I'm very happy with my boys. Week in, week out, they are improving. When you watch our game against the other, and they improve on the previous matches they played when I was not there. Then they play against Asafo. You see another improvement. Now we went there. I wish you were there. And today, I'm very, very happy to see them flex playing the game, the versatile coach I am, and I'm seeing it today. So this is my handwriting. This is the way I coach. So I'm very happy that they are adopting the role. The dynamics, the system, the everything, they are responding to it the way I want it. So I'm very happy.
All right, Baba, do you know?
I am Pacho.
Okay.
Can you the deal? We will say the amount for who the handwriting, saying on no coachy, the players they will express themselves and then give you results.
Good.
We can have no more adapting. And I just say, I can't be able to say them say money the money. He said the money the amount. He said the Zito head coach.
All right, 11:20. Mama mfa winchom na afi ababe tutu no sre ene abasa. Said the matches ne ko ne the amount for me. Said the free. Amen Scientific Hospital. The best alternative medical hospital where bibi memo ha. Say uni be a stroke and you ya ready na to forma. Mommy we shake amin bonso achi kwa Amen Scientific Hospital. A woman sem Amen Scientific Hospital mpacho difficulty kakra bia bam e wa awo ne ade a mommy we shake achi kwan. Amen ese chronic disease ne yare aka bia so de ba behwe ama omo mfidi a omakofa afri amanane aba award winning shake wono no afidi bi ne abibima ma bia omatrase aye research aye num mako aduo no nan ene akire a Ghana ba agi atum se mfansa yare no eno bi na ne hospitals ne ade abibire no ano mu nyina yusu Kumase atwuma tachiman kwada so ofuase kwaso na Amen Scientific Hospital wo udu sofola Kumase na osope Amen Scientific Hospital kasi siwe de obeko. Your number is 0277001234 0277001234 and answer 0241367349 0241367349. Your enchi boga wa baby ani your nkran takra de tamala tebubu nkoko sunya ho sehwi debi so ne emiamia aka bebre ave yen komomfa grow fine eye mojedro a koko ene hamama pa ne aka bom dia ye obi a wontumi ne die pe grow fine bi akiri kwan odon se to aduane mu anu wayi onnan tai titriti onsa bronifa namness kane no se ananse acheme onum grow fine asa de nyina beko uyo obi so a wontumi na anajo ape grow fine bi oba akwa afikira ensensem ho uhia grow fine na oyare na ho to wanum grow fine obese o grow fine pe grow fine misi eba Colinac smart eba Fredimens bebia no obenya grow fine do ibi yaso e kase no ewo amokom run about digital herbal clinic eho ye ben Bank of Africa abezi ka nam krom a udru krom a usia ka ya wafre na ono so aboa bosome from rural bank ho asem ne ye kan almost savings account, current account, fixed deposit, susu savings, special account, joint account, trust account na fee opa bosia so a okobosome from rural bank ombeboa pa susu micro overdraft any kwan bebre so usika sem frɛ wɔ mo mbetim no adwene ho ne aboa wo ya so e kase pa ne de wonso em number 2 ye wa siwa e wo aha afie wa asafo adehman bodwesan wo bekwai e na tafo heye na mronto so ye wo ho e-banking down star 992 hash number ne 0548 533050 0548 533050 and I say 0243 600 002 0243 600 002 Frabosome from Rural Bank for nani womo enim komo afi men kan for Jackson Herbal Center omna de Jackson Natural Capsules number Jackson Natural Capsules eyadwuma ontini ne edompema da bia no na usisi ye oya be ma onya ahoden edidi dwuma bia so di. It's for strong men onuma no ano no it's our power etechire you find the Jackson Natural Capsules and your Jackson mixture and the atidi malaria pad dru bia ni ho a obetumi Jackson mixture ya dance a nam ho nya agro jaundice, typhoid fever, menstrual pains ni nyina no Jackson mixture eye ho adwuma. Dr. Jackson the number no adi ni we o frɛ na mena kosi ne so ba bi aton aduro bi aso bi ho 0244 723 541 0244 723 541 Viva Nego tablet herbal supplementer herbal technology for na diaba etiti sciatica pains knee pain or how ya obi a wonam bia no uhia Viva Nego tablet research and herbal technology for aye no hu say ya opi no the be so ano any Viva Nego tablet pebi oba ato waist pains, all types of pains ya obi a will come through oko excruciating pains per Viva Nego tablet your number nie frɛ na dinche muni bi ka ho 020 833 7711 020 833 7711 na ye ne kon 020 833 7711 afi ABA Herbal Center na ediaba eye ani ho asem ne ye kan cataract ete ana se wani mi hu ade wa akire mi hu ade wa ni mo ni nyina glaucoma ni nyina no ABA Herbal sofo 3 days sofo water sofo rasta ani sem de waje afa kane no nanka obutu ebono ne mpotem na odimu a abepiem kuma sesi ameka sei nkran fo so agena tumpa wo ye adwuma ho okọ doma o benada dwum doma henkro benada dwum oben apia kubico store ho no kuma se de wabepiem wo kwada so dwunase wo dwum na chi wa nkran so ho ka so a nemum ofre number ya eno na wunya ne na din komo se yare bita sexual weakness, menstrual disorder, hypertension, stroke, prostate ni ade ne de eno de enya de bi e ha na dwene why we are 1 day 2 days no we now ko nemum ani no auto challenge se momra na obi a se ani no se de tie bia no se nkata nko ade a fabra na onye ho adwuma ma 0541 565199 0541 565199 and 050281 2161 050281 2161 na bibia enye kama sa enete ho well avemra na yensa asemfanko nemu mbo ntwawe ma na Jude birthday Jude Bafo na Jude birthday Jude Bafo aha na Jude birthday born yemva dabi we jefta ye man ye papa adom asempetia ba na jefta owuraku dwamna nemu Jude this Jude away Jude Osu Bafo is a Jude station by impo system no I'm say agreement so tax sense okay Tom okay Tom na me can do us I radio become I say King Tom na no and me ba minya ba Josephine and that's your Josephine so we have done the information officer war district office war Ojibo Kromo kra district in there Adanse North district and yeah baby nwana is no Sanfo Odium. Oh, na dance. Sanfo Odium me dance. Sanfo Odium me dance no. Oh, okay. Now when you groom this thing.
Some for them say under Bekwai.
Josephine Anamwa Hayford. Bekwai mum. Okay. District information officer advancing of district. Okay. Right.
And that's what it's as if from here.
Nana ni ukromi
I'm ukromi ni.
Nana as asenso and Nana trade hini.
If you Nana trade hini hona.
Ukromi hini.
Mpachwa.
Onimo.
Esa me kwa no hono mo.
Ba onimo. Eno mi sha papa bi wo msa kwa che yi na. Dimo ko me nda na anra. Ana etipa so. Zabai. Okay. Another time because no aname ho. Oh, okay. Me na mo around for. Because two papa bi. O se fen kofi kakra won kan. Ko ba be pew de ade abotrim but Eduardo Antono. So hard you know ha papa.
We are just going to remove
him. Nim the be the there bro. Okay. Zach. So one solo dia se when dey nya we exam. Yenko. O se nya no.
Yeah, no. Unze ana
awurade ka same wa ha kampo. Same na ade agina mu.
Anya no.
Okay. Yenko.
Unze the initially ma me dim pon say so the unim say settings no.
Area.
You know and I will know.
Area.
Mesaso
nka hongwa.
Mesaso hu if unse
yanko de nyawe
yanko. What the game?
Yanko enema na aka no so.
Mesaso Ghana Premier League ako with the business end of the.
It's a 31.
Yes, 31.
You boss 31 matches.
31 matches.
Wow.
And the nations ebon dey bia akobia 3 matches to end the season. Now look at it.
Adeya go pay Baseke, Young Apostles and Karela.
Now Karela, Apostles, Holy Stars, Vision and Accra Lions. Yes, teams na a woman no.
Wow.
But Vision no. Also at 1 point in the BJ. And the Vision is here. I saw 36. Oh, they was at man come around 39.
Vision so mbesha kotoko.
Oh, they say. Yeah, last match.
Oh, Tema.
Who say now Vision no? Look at oh the Arabians no. Vision next 2 home games will save them all these calculations say obi bia. Vision about Karela their next home match. Now we are also 3 fiages so 39 points and 6 points. Vision is out of.
Is the concept process for CID for track will be our calls.
No. So you know, Vision the next 2 games no.
Calls. We know how through.
So all the 6 no car Vision 36 no one. 42.
No, I calculated the Survivor is 42.
Survivor. Based on Accra Lions every matches in na. What the 12 eka we who 47.
47. Almost 35.
Yeah, I got 3
games. And I say 9.
9, sorry.
And so 9 takes them to 44.
44. So
so that is a way.
And then you know.
And so you need 44 to survive. You can also survive with less than 44.
Because Accra Lions.
Or the Kyle or 35.
Yes.
So Kyle also winning all the 3 gives them 44. Vision was 36. So Vision can afford 2 wins and a draw. That would be 7 plus this. And be 43.
Yes.
And the Kyle 41
Lions
2 wins will be enough.
Lions the 99 account. Oh yes, the 99 account and about 44. But look at the games no.
You'll be fine with 44.
On last game last game go Stars. Said okay on bomb here. Karela game against Vision or game against Apostles. And the side teams now on bomb. Apostles games against Karela. Holy Stars games on the Omo Obi and game. Vision or Karela. And they are playing among themselves. And I said, what na critical analysis of the Nipa. I understand why Kotoko. There's a lot of now any break on especially their Sunday game against Gold Stars no. Because if you sit down and do the analysis so only the nations no. Holy Stars 2 away games and just 1 home game. And that 1 home game against nations. Over table to you. Holy Stars. Almost 2 away games to play.
And the only home games
against nations.
If they win today, they can still win the league without that match.
That would be difficult.
Let's check it.
No, if Gold Stars we need matches, you know.
Oh, yeah, check it. They can.
Yes, it's possible.
Because share.
If Nations win today, I'm 57.
57, no. It's only baby any Gold Stars and a bit Ombe Nations will lead on by 1 point. The rest of them, no, about 3.
Yeah.
So what I say.
Yeah.
And Gold Stars and Kotoko, I will give. So a Tekiba, a tobacco sign.
Whoever we get advantage over a nation.
So a tobacco sign. Then Kotoko cried on when you have no more 57.
That's what
I'm talking about. The last game, no?
Say, the nations, if they drop even 1 point, Holy Stars are in trouble. That be in trouble. If they win to your 57, so what I say.
Win the remaining 2 games.
Kotoko or
the remaining 2 games sends them to 63. Now film. You see, checking the next season 1 or 4 matches. The rest have 3.
Yes.
So saying if they win the 3 and lose 1, they end at 63.
63.
And at the end of our hand, we'll be able to pass 63 apart from Gold Stars. The only thing is Kotoko, Gold Stars beating Kotoko, and it makes Nation at the end very difficult. But if Kotoko should even pick a point at Gold Stars, Nations will be fine. Like one thing, me calculation as your own.
Yeah,
okay, yeah, ready. See, like 4 matches, and I'm more come Baseke.
Yeah,
and I'm saying that they can lose the Baseke game and still have 9 points. 9 points, everyone because 63.
And the 9 points,
and the only team over to 63 today, it's Gold Stars.
Kotoko subit me 63 if they win their next.
Kotoko I got 3 matches.
We need 3, 63 points.
Very good. And Nations has head to head better than Kotoko. It's the only team over to my threat to Nations. Even with that loss at Baseke, will be Gold Stars beating Kotoko.
And even out of Laos.
Nations last game out of Laos.
I'm head to head say.
Safi no mbebo.
Omo moye. So I'm baako. Baako na ende say.
Nations ekosho omo.
And the game is here.
Yes.
Just
Nations.
And they say Adrian Kotoko.
Nations league no.
No Kotoko.
No, I know one game.
It's yanko interesting. Interesting. Messi today. I know a lot of things is going on. And the match no. And never be Eko Lagos cities. And Bobu from Nations match anymore. Now what I know is say Lagos cities there. Say they ever be out on chain. This season, so offer league table now. Nations have won. Nations in the House of Folk. They were 24 points away. Yes, the most by any other team in the Premier League.
Away points.
Yes, a nation is 24, has 24. It was tired of one away. Wow. The problem is that you or Trefia on Yadi and a team of Bashano or By Kaka way, dear.
Chese supporters near the M1 of you. So Kobe you to said there. Then the problem could be from home.
Yeah, the problem is home. Because away all 24 points on the road. It's the most on the joint batch on the nations 24. It's a fan based on if more number this season there. Then a better than the cities. It's been nations about because even whatever be out on chain. They can easily beat them. Because nations have been better than Lagos cities this season. So the Americans say, the NBS in China say, oh, we don't come on more.
Oh, all things being equal. Is allowed in the economy.
Football, yes. If you be in China say, oh, more ball, Obia ball, pa. Based on form, nations have been better than Lagos cities. They can easily beat them. But football doesn't follow that logic. Nations always even though based on the points, Lagos Cities on to me a bad this bit my catch based on the points or 25 points. And to the 12 on the can bar. Eddie, so bit me survival. But we do a bit now.
Nah, boy, then sharing your survival and go home.
A lot of interest about me. I know as way back as Tuesday. Is that a
football team?
As way back as Tuesday, me I know how people were encouraging them. Encouraging them, I was say, Jibonnet is allowed.
It's allowed, yeah.
Way back as Tuesday, people were encouraging them, say, match with you. You have to play it and play it very hard.
Okay.
It's a lot of interest have gone to the match. It's a
and the match or no?
Match teams are more interest here. Out of Lions, no interest. Interest.
Mami more interest than we here. Or more not so.
Yeah.
I'm so interested.
Maybe I'm
go 28 too.
I bet the summer tomo. It's a safe one day. They don't take a legal match.
Legal when you know.
And young for safe for no baby. It's a slow for no. Kotoko, Heart of Lions, and a Gold Stars. Omonia Brimatch, you pa. And the nation soon I want a match. Honestly, interest or match. That's what I say.
All right.
I think it will be an interesting game. And they say, Sagim, we send a naked. No, to Sagim, we were. Dear, I saw me back. There 1 month ago. Common sense, you tell you say match, you have to win life.
So common sense are prevail. You engine 555. Common sense are prevail. Oh, okay. What can they?
And I'm a Cobabara. I go share Cotocone. Dreams of Sigil.
You are some no kind.
Oh, my son head of commentary in this case.
No, you just about
oh, say, form of communication is in me. Almost saw TV out today.
Only hand you jump on a toe.
I'm only be there, and I say, then you met me to media. Live commentary on Promise 102.7.
And a bad.
We're going to go to Dreams of Sigil. Now, me two dinner me game now. I'm saying, Kotoko League or man in a video, man, I have more. Oman, I have more. And your house or mansion, or much a wogum pamano do. Or much a the two. Yamfa for one and Toncheng. Say, Usha players in physical conditioning. Emra, compared to games, no maba, nezito my, you could see clear difference. Every single player on the pitch is running. Obi a wo tum rikabia so wo energy.
Edita.
Ono na wonu na so na kofa, ona ba na kofa a physical instructor.
Okay.
So what me chana say? Pao ya. Eno akwa me share pao, edidi nkomo kakra. Nti se zito na ba na wa form the technical team. And on the who say there is the need of appointing a physical instructor. I think SC Bozi to Abaso. Selection masterclass from a year Z2 Mebon Abaso. Bizoto on say a casa de we say. Season we do stage, you know. You could clearly see justice blame no abre. And at the Biamekase football, the most important position when you power bomo and number 6. We don't have a team so Managerial Cup trophies I can see. Now the importance of number 6. Kotokuya ye komasemi. The last time Managerial Africa, 83 no. Ubia follow team Ubia become the importance of the late Papako in the team.
Captain B Mali.
So to the mention I say. But every year you Pokunti ne share go ntino. Everybody will be talking about Pokunti. And when the decision to play Samba just in front of the back four. Ekaima Demu Mohammed. The first point of building a team to win a championship was to how build a strong defense. Building a strong defense and your goalkeeper no back four no you need a solid number 6 who can defend, who can pass. Obetimi sense danger. Ade na eba na ehu a on na behun sa ade na eba na ehu, and that was what Enra Samba ye. not to take anything away from Dreams FC. You told me no movements. Na ball no, say you bo game na ubenya movement, who take advantage abeshego. One take advantage na opponent using the movement and no punish you. That was the difference between the two. Na say no, bibia kire say fine kotokonya league no mbeje. But omani bre no Africa pa. Me game na no, baby am na me wo kakare. Time akotoko start so mu ye changes no. Na animu ho, hu ya na say awuche neba. Games na me stadium ma me hwe bi. Me nye part of Kotoko recruitment team no, but I think Dreams FC for captain and Obo has no. Joseph so. Kotoko should have a look at that player. They should have a look at that player. What do you mean so too? Or a lot of experience. And now we game now. The movement, the decision making. Or more at the back of Kotoko, especially their striker, Kwampu Kubitsa Babaya. Babaya ya bono, I don't know, say your coach no say you do. Because how skillful are you know? You bet me about game away, Namzoto, who Babaya ya one mattress splitting passes and be defenders more. The bono ya quite is a first no, you know, bono, on board pa. The players are no more fancy by your mom to train. But you be using your team. I be using your show team. I think Sekotoko Bobo. Maybe you to say eso if you bench ba compared to Awuche. It won't say difference
in Africa.
My ain't take anything away from Karim.
But on Gaza Awuche ngadi moving Gaza bi ase Awuche.
Oh, sign fuchini e bi de biachi. So tell me say I am fuchini e bi de biachi. And omoko mani no, I think there are areas you really gnams to bit me discuss but Zito I team no so far. Yes, based on matches now.
As a coach, you know,
Enra game in the game I'm at stadium. I'm sure. Once the team response after when even Dreams FC take Canada Kumani 2-1. Pressure Dreams FC do Kotoko so or man panic or more recover from chances now Dreams FC to score additional 2 goals to make it 4 no. These are normally be a coach but
all right.
But they Nations FC League Geno. Umze game back so.
Yeah.
Basake Holy Stars ni Bechem United. Tag game no, and the Bechem Nation Beji League na no Monji League no.
Say away game.
Aye. Basake Beko Bechem.
Kupe o hard you know wa kwa we.
I hope Masha Cross to the need.
And I'm hard. And Nations ne Basake ne be determine league no. Our Nations Beji no. Basake any Bechem United will be
Basake last game.
Last but one.
And
Basake
almost final game home.
Home
against Basake na last game man.
This is the walk out.
This is last home. This is last home. How many Heart of Lions?
Oh, a park.
Yes, but Basake last 3 games no so two Obobo Bechem no abo Nations no abo Aduana. Bechem ya away Nations home Aduana ya away. Inti game ebe determine say Nations bet me agi league no eye Bechem ne Basake Holy Stars ba wa so ndem che no na league ni stage na ye dru no so enyoma bebre ne de bebo league no ene game no se win the game na Nations e win a it take Kotoko chances of winning the league from 40 to 30%.
Na mumenye so man di kasombe so mdi ligo.
I don't know man kasombe so mdi.
Anase ente so munka.
No, na say me there.
No.
Enyo bia na ba.
Oh, you launch operation win all games.
Enyo bia na ba.
One thing. Oh, what Africa Cup no mo go want there. Coach Kasai. We want to go to Africa. I mean TB.
So we know. Enkuto mo.
It is also a game number bono. Makayo say interest baby. Me say 1 minute pe. Asante Kotoko as a football club. Obeye regional minister, obeye KMA boss. You should have an interest in Kotoko. So Makayo say first and I'm so to tentam to ne second year de kwako. The biggest brand when it comes to Ashanti region. See they represent BB. They won the followers. E Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Me pekwanya Zuba ne Ashanti regional minister no Zutu omo finding a way to bring Kotoko back to those days na news regional ministers ni KMA play a key role. Also omo be visit wo mo Oni ade ba ko ne say regional minister no. Whether you like it or not, Mr. He represent the youth. The Kotoko lucky say in the 90s and to at ye age. Na ye sorry anopa. Eko Kotoko training grounds, ye pese ye te Kotoko honsem. Those 90s no, omo te say ye 90s ne no. Omo do mo sorry anopa de go omo ko omo phone so. Eko hwe Arsenal, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Manchester. Any of those things. They don't even know Kotoko.
True.
It's Zuba.
Topic for another day.
Yes, Zuba regional minister no.
How they can help?
Yeah.
I'm number 5. I'm with my boy. Zuba.
What Adeba ko Zuba say Zuba is Kumasi boy. And he understands the Kumasi culture.
That's true.
So what they mention say eti the Oye say no, e Kumasi culture no. And all day Juma.
So they be having ni pan. The league is getting interesting.
Yeah.
Nah, and now the sad aspect had to do with attendance at the Baba.
Still
no.
Enna was better than Eduana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Enna was better than Eduana. And Enna will be about stadium Biano. So Kofi. No, Onya bi busan so na bo ne te say ya.
Watching the game, I think as a strategy is near more for Asante Kotoko in terms of driving the supporters to the venue. No, as somebody be account because me too. Numbers no say they need the money. Not on so many years can. The ekikani nyina no say we are talking about recruitment. Kotoko mfa way, Kotoko nye way. Nyina will come down to money. And for that money, no, one of the venues and our venues at this can be brought attendance nti omo nhwe no munya hu bibi na entimi mbo but the game itself no and no ekira de ba ko when you create chances score, you give your strikers a higher chance of scoring or share 2 goals and Albertamo share back. The issue is that the quality chances are not got team creative problems to edema attackers no never form yeah the no correct cast man never form. Yes, because if your striker have to drop away from the penalty box, no, but football no face here be 4 defenders are the chances of scoring no form. That's what I call the SG.
Was it an experiment? Now Sambo
no, somebody no I trying with training no.
Okay.
And to train
looks like that's how you want to play.
Also in team Beko Blasters. In team Beko Blasters. Yes.
Or landing maybe.
Or could be on Kwame Poku. That's the yes. So one word the other no. Henry Ansu is doing very well after say Ablo Prime. So taking him to the bench was not positive. And another Ablo no so I recover. So you need to find a way of bringing him back into the team. And in team Sube too kind. So let's look at how we can combine these 3. Then let's take Samba to the middle. To Kotkobo against the youth team from Monday, Crown start yes, Adiana, Samba in the middle, Samba in the middle. So to yesterday it worked well because on set and now even look at some of these chances. But when you chance, maybe a bubble ball in your chance back when you want to miss a go. But now you can see that from the left, from the right, the supplies were coming in. Where Kwame Poku first go, yeah. He was closer original penalty box. All he needed to do was take his time and put the ball at the back of the net. Alberta Moadie within a penalty box. Kwame Poku third goal na Abeka say outside the penalty box crowd but the uremu. But no 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. So the chance of scoring was zero. So that was my problem.
Okay.
Adieba Akune said, no, strategically, me who Kotoko team and press Dreams FC pa. You can have about 7 Kotoko players. Oh, Dreams FC 4.5. Anytime be a Kotoko build up. Samba ba in Timba, Patrick Esiedu beba, no two, not to some extent blé. Eteteta no ka can say blé. Any ablode ansu
amonsa. And the blé started
from the right side. But without the ball no.
In that case of as a Zitonim team no, he knows the
Dreams
FC inside out. So that problem might have helped.
That is one aspect. But clearly the arrangement of the players on the field, you know, and how the players are playing. Mutu Zito ba no kachere say. Kotoko team na da hono. Players need nya tactics bebre na they need a father figure. Send your pressure almost so or many peace of mind to play. Based on the who from the boys, no, the fighting spirit, no, to go me and Rasi. I wasn't expecting Kotoko to play like this because Wakwashe FA Cup about draw crana he see or the FA Cup final, but you can see a more determined side, and that level of determination maybe it might be the new manager bounce, which happens everywhere. Coach Fufroba in Frama Fufrabe Urem Obie try, but all in all, it looks like so far it's a good decision. Kotoko Ashe. Almost 1 goal against Ediana, 1 goal against Chelsea, and 4 goals against Dreams, making it 6 goals in 4 matches under Zito, and we concede 1 goal, and he's unbeaten. That is the records.
But one has in the who know the cool game.
So 6 goals. Was just 6 goals, one concede 1. But this is a Kotoko team. The last 4 matches before Zito, no conceded 7.
Okay.
One conceded 7 goals.
Okay.
3 against Accra Lions, 2 against Nation, 1 against Bichim, 1 against Out of Lions.
All right.
And what 7 goals conceded new to 1. And a goal scored new to what page them to 6. And it looks like on the face of statistics, you can question the opponents, you know. Because over Lions, Accra Lions, Out of Lions, Nation, FC Bichim, more than chain. Maybe our Dreams. Ediana, but all in all, that is the level of improvement. The Kotoko team, Yambo Zito Abaso. But the big job amount for Beshe, Nimebema amount for a convince Kakrano will be the game against Gold Stars.
Wow,
yeah.
Babo,
come on. Discussion in Yawahay. Omo the organizers of the league. The last match is okay. It raised a lot of interest. And amount for any actually because of especially on say omo competing for the league, you know. Senia akwakoye no. Misre omo. Tamasa wo hwe Premier League no eba be wie no a. Omo ade no mfre no run in no. Omo ye promotional product and as materials are. Even the league ni wie kra no. No mo dey promote. Yes, organizers no more TV stations no. Omo find a way no mo use these matches cry and fan prepare league no for next season because clearly at a derive some interest. Obi any about
na kwasi aduka no. Competition any ade more ede. So the corporate world should watch.
But it will come from the organizers, the owners of the product no. And some packaging in a way ebema sa nkofuna kwese duka no omo behu se ade no hwan yakono yenkohwe ne yenso yemfa yenko bata ho clearly last match is akai interest um wo hwe analysis obi ayi wa ha bia ano a e ma wo clear cut winner e ma wo hu se matches no be ho no mo a twice enti no mesre owners no organizers no ni omo maka ni nyina say league no e omo dia omo hihye ni year ye betima aton ama omo se ne ompese mo eno na Mr. Wisnata ya na meka chense enye ye ne ebeye omo mani nya akono then the media no will help them and promote it tama ene eni ewo tama match na ya customer na say Legon eni wo hono mo say nations person of the league now he needs this match and he must win this match tama goes as for say for the first time they beat Kotoko. It is a nations person for the second for the second time, but nations are determined. Goes are determined said this match they will beat Kotoko. Say nations person of the league now. More for money to say Kotoko koshe goes as for Hama Womo. They have their
Kotoko Shamo. The Kotoko Zomji baby is Kotoko Shamo.
There is a bia. On say was 19 because the next nations team yes I win no. We now know in what we enough for train other matches in the Beko bia because send yakwe no we share no we akwe say no okay I say and she saying kissing we ya e ho e da ho no kra
competitive GPL
Kotoko timi eje nations timi Lions timi eje and na Gold Stars nso timi eje she say Gold Stars there ono no what no akwakoto ba bia all try the besie and then nations e shepe Kotoko na ni je no ho na sheki kakra
okay
so na
yan train no na yeah but na nations mo wie say about na Kotoko Gold Stars in Sunday the next
coming Sunday. Wow. Coming Sunday. Inti yetie for we according to head of sports.
Ma conclude.
Oh, so I can head of sports can dey say it say
na mami nyako so ate.
Na head of sports akasa mami nyako nti asese.
Eh. Ko faze mo mo. Senior mesewa babo. Ko faze mo mo. Ya manze wante. Enu great because me mpene. Enu ko akeke.
Amdi. 7 nyina na obojibu kan ye. kɔtɔkɔ yɛtwentwɛn nneɛma so na sɛnea ɛyɛ a na da bia mpanimfoɔ ka no wosɔ waregyae a wogya wo baapa nwale o
saa bɛ ne twam
ɛtwam na wonim yɛnsa kyɛ tetefoɔ no na wɔbɛka kyɛm sɛ twam
na sɛ ɛbɛ bebree twam na sɛ
ɛwɔ tetefoɔ ba a ɛwɔ mu abu ato hɔ ɛtwam
wosɔ waregyae sɛ
wode tɛsi bi hwɛ ne nka wobɛhu sɛ yɛ wopa tɛsi bi hwɛ sɛ adama mpanimfoɔ aka bɛka sɛ twam ɛno ne yɛ nɛ because ne ɔbɔ agyi bɛ okan sɛ wohwɛ ɛfisi ɛkɔɔ takwa meka kyerɛ m sɛ bɔre akɔbɔ ne takwa no sɛ yɛtoa so baba yɛla a amanfoɔ ɛbɛhu nneɛma different pass no ɛsii na ɛno anso wɔn a bɛhu nneɛma no baabia ni bɛsa yɛ more than nea no ɛsiiɛ no oh yes because ɔyɛ player no anyere wo ho a sɛsɛ no obi faw obi tu ɛnso lazy a no ɔde ti hɔ a ɔma ne ho mmɔden ne bɛhwɛ ɛnso
no lazy
oh yes because sɛsɛ no ɔmo yɛ lazy bɔɔl ne boys no bɔ no sɛsɛ ɔpa yɛ saa attitude no ana ogum breast na ade ɛbɔ bɔɔl ɛyɛ ɛyi no sɛ ne obɛnya bi aba
ɛkyɛ zito no ɔna yɛ adeɛ kyɛ ogum ana sɛ
ɛnyɛ de obiara nko ne ne strategy ɛne nneɛma obiara fa so yɛ n'adeɛ obi wɔ hɔ a
zito strategy ne yɛ kyɛn ogum
obi wɔ hɔ a oyɛ sikani ba ɔpapa pampa no ɔgyegye no so adeɛ bi wɔ hɔ a
no ogum gyegye players no so
ɛna obi wɔ so oyɛ sikani bet ɔnkyema ne ma ɔma ne ma hunu adeɛ ɛnyɛ ne adeɛ ɛyɛ
nti na ogum gyegye wɔn so
saa ne mɛka no
ɛna zito baa yɛ yi
wɔn deɛ wɔn ma wo hunu sɛ o bɔ kɔtɔ
ogum na nam so ɔne players yi kun
ogum na ne no kwan yɛ asɛm papa
na obi ɔde de osuya ne ne ko
wɔne no ko wɔ kwan bi a ɛnyɛ so kwan papa so yɛ wɔ kwan bebree a yɛfa so ko bɔɔgu ɛyi zito deɛ ɔmo akyɛ sɛ tim no a wabɛbɔ no ɛnyɛ ɔmaame nsɛbeɛ sɔn sɛ bi eburu ɔmaame anaa papa gyapadeɛ bi na wabɛyɛ ne nea wopɛ ɛyɛ tim a wobɔ ɛde ayɛ yie
ayɛ zito
zito mɛbɔ na ba so so far as pɛmpɛ so kakra yi a ɔde abɛduro deɛ masa woamɔ na ba so a ɛnyɛ yie ɛno nkyɛ sɛ mɛsi yɛmfa tim no ma no
na de waka deɛ
ɛneɛ sɛ mbɔ na ba so
na nipa wɔmfa tim ma no de kɔma hɔ abiom
to bo ase obi wɔ hɔ a
zito
obi wɔ hɔ a yɛyɔm yɛnhwɛ enti to bo ase yɛse wɔmfa tim no ɛnkɔ
na yɛ nations no kɔtɔkɔfa ho anaa wei deɛ nyama
ɛnɛ deɛ no yɛne yɛbɛkɔ